1986, absolute pile.
And how long have you owned this pile of sir?
I bought it yesterday.
How much did you pay for it?
$820.
Oh, shit.
Right there.
Actually, right here. Why is it idling so high?
Ooh. Smoke coming out of your engine oil.
Oh no.
Ranger it's now a trailer. It doesn't start. I think we're
Today on Hangar Garage, it's time to see if the Ranger can be rescued. If you don't remember this beautiful hunk of junk, this was in my last cheap car challenge. It got shot a little bit and really beaten and bashed. You can't see it too bad on that side, but when you come around, we hit it pretty good. And it did survive the last challenge, but it was just struggling to get home on 3 cylinders. Today I'm going to see if I can figure out what went wrong. It has been sitting exactly here since the end of the last cheap car challenge, as evidenced by the right front tire. But I've rolled up today in my entry for the next cheap car challenge, my beautiful Crown Vic, and I'm hoping that this thing can participate as well. First things first, I want to see if it'll start. This beautiful little 4-cylinder was running so bad last time, and it does not have a battery anymore. And let's see if the jumper pack can alleviate that problem. Oh, it's so sticky in here. Oh. That doesn't sound great. I have figured out the problem, and that is the spark plugs are over here. They're not in the engine. That's kind of where they should be. And because, of course, I didn't bring any tools with me, however, I did bring an air pump and a battery, so I'm going to see if I can put some air in this tire. Well, the tire's holding air. That's good news. I'm going to go run home and get a spark plug socket. And I'm back. I have spark plug socket. Oops. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what the? Well, it's alive, but it's not really happy. Oh my. Gee. Finally pulled out of its resting spot, and man, does it look like a piece of shit. Runs like one too. But now let's see if it can make it home. Yeah. Here goes nothing. So sticky. Everything is disgustingly sticky. So bad. That was going well until it died. And nothing. Come on. Are you kidding me? Okay, now the ignition's unstuck. mileage in, probably 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, which is nice. Still got no power, tons of backfires. Vitals coming down now, that's good. Like that, the Ranger has made it to the hangar, so has a whole lot of parts for it. Colton, the owner of this vehicle, ordered a whole bunch of parts off of Rock Auto. We got a whole engine gasket set, intake and exhaust valves, 2 fuel filters, engine bolts, spark plug wires, air filter, oil filter, and spark plugs. We're operating on the hope that in the last cheap car challenge, the fuel filter was getting clogged and it burned some of the valves in the engine. That's why hopefully it's backfiring through the intake. So currently right now, it does not have an air filter or a fuel filter. So that's why those are there. But before any of that, this is getting in my way. So I'm going to remove it. It's a long cable. Not anymore. In traditional fashion, the hood's gotta come off. Now that I've got room and light to work, I'm gonna start pulling everything apart until I find what's wrong. Upon removing the valve cover, I noticed something missing. There should be a rocker there. And there it is. Interesting. With the exhaust manifold off, I'm noticing another interesting thing in that there was no gasket there. Should look a little bit like that, but there was just nothing. Now that the head is off, we can inspect the cylinder head, and actually it looks okay. All the valves look all right. Cylinder 4 definitely was not firing. The coolant passages are disgusting. One of the cylinder head bolts looked like it was made primarily of rust. And the main thing is the camshaft has worn through very significantly. You can see that's not supposed to have ridges there. This one is not doing so great. Really, all of them are very bad. And I've noticed that a few of these have some slack in there, and there should be no slack in there. I think the camshaft has worn through so much, or the lifters have collapsed, that the rocker arm just came off. And I believe I know exactly when it happened. bottom end actually looks okay. There's the Cheeto flavored head bolt. It's that one down there. Everything looks crusty and nasty as you'd expect, but that's going to be it for today. Next time I'll throw everything back together. Normally you would definitely want to replace that camshaft, but I'm not sure that's going to fit into our budgetary or time restrictions. But either way, this hunk of junk is going to be back on the road very soon.